Welcome back everyone to the Blender Creator course, Stylized 3D Models, and this is where we left it off. Alright, so let's come in now and grab this part that we actually made. And what I want to do is I want one probably here, one around here, and one around here. And then of course we want one on the end as well. So I'm going to grab this one, I'm going to press Shift D, I'm going to move it over, I'm going to press RZ, 90, spin that one round, Shift D, move it over, like so. And then finally I'll put Shift D and move it over here, like so. And I'm just thinking, let's spread out actually enough. Yeah, I think they'll be absolutely fine. I can move them over anyway if I want to in a bit. I'm just wondering, I don't want them to be even, in other words. I want to kind of a mishmash of how they're actually put together. Now what I'll do is I'll just grab this one. I'll press RZ 90, then I'll grab this one and I'll press RX 180, spin that one round, RZ 180, spin that one round. Let's see now what they look like. I'm looking for them to be very different from each other. As you can see now, they all look different, and it's just really easy to work with. Now let's come into our wall, and what we'll do is we'll put our wall on all of these parts. So I'm going to come in, I'm looking, can I actually get rid of this part yet? I think I probably can get rid of the bottom part right now. So I can get rid of the bottom part and this part up here. I'm just wondering how far it comes across. Actually, we want to keep these parts here. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come in, hit the faces like so, delete faces, and there we go. I'll also delete the inside of each of these as well, and the bottom, just to make it a little bit easier for me to see. So delete faces and then come in and delete this last face. All right, so I've still managed to keep that part there, and that's exactly what I wanted. Okay, so now let's bring in this wall. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this wall, Shift D, and then pull it over. So S and Y, let's pull it out, and then Shift D, pull it over, and then S and Y, pull it out. And you can see now they're very different sizes. And then what I'll do is I'll bring this this wall up. I could probably use this wall going all the way along, but the problem you've got there is that the longer you make it, the harder it's going to be because of your UVs. Now we've also got this issue of I think this in the top, so you can see these here. So these in the top. Let's just hide our wall a minute and just look at these underneath, because I just want to get rid of those because I won't be able to see my wall properly. So I'm just going to come in. I'll grab all of these then, like so. And then what I'm going to do is I'm also going to grab all of these as well. I'm going to press Tab, and then I'm just going to come in and try and delete those faces. So delete face, can't grab that one, grab that one, delete faces, and then let's come in and grab this one and this one and this one, delete faces, like so. And then do I need to? Yes, I do. I'll come in as well. I'll do the same thing for this. So delete faces. All right, so now I've got a really nice area to work with. I've still got all of this back that I can see that where I need to work, and that's absolutely fine. All right, let's press Alt H and bring back my wall. This bit we've still got on here, so I'm just going to hide this out of the way just for now. So I'm actually going to join that together, make it easier for hiding it. So Control J, join it together, H to hide it out of the way. And now let's come and put in our top wall. So I'm going to press Shift D, and instead of, you can see I need another part here as well. So I'll bring that in from this part that I've already created. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull this out into place like so. I'll grab this one then, Shift D, I'll pull it over, and then let's spin this one round. So RZ 90, let's spin it round. Let's get that one in place. And then what I'll do is I'll just drag this wall over. So I need to be an edge select and drag it over to there, like so. All right, now let's come in and grab the wall, Shift D, bring it over. And then I'm just going to press S and Y, like so. 3, just to make sure that that's in place, which it looks like it is. Shift D, and then S and Y, and then finally this one here, Shift D, which I'm going to have to pull back a little bit as well. I'm just going to get into the right place first, so S and Y, like so, and then let's just pull it back now into place. And you can see already how that actually looks now. If we actually put our rendered on, you can see it looks really nice because we've made it look just that little bit different. It just does make the world of difference. Okay, so let's now come up to File and Save. And now we've pretty much, we haven't done this bit, but we need to bring these down now to put on some flooring along here. So we might as well do that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this one, Shift D, spin it round. So RY 180, let's spin it round. And then what we'll do is we'll put it in place, but a little bit lower, just again to make it a little bit different. I'm going to pull it back into place. And then what I think I'll do is as well, I'll pull it back to there and then RZ, just rotate it round just a tiny bit. Always the most delicate kind of bits when you're doing those. The rotation or the little bit of angles and things should be really delicate. All right, so now let's grab this one and maybe this one as well. Let's press Shift D, bring them down. And these are going to be in the floor ones and they want to be slightly higher than this one that I've already created. I'm just going to pull them into place like so. I'm going to grab this one then and pull it in, and then S and Y, just pull it in a little bit like so. All right, now let's grab this one and do the same thing. So S and Y, just so it's not poking out anywhere like so. And finally now let's rotate these round. So RY 90, double tap the A, and then just make sure that they look different from each of those above, which they now do. Okay, so now all I want is one piece of wood that's going to come down from here, and then one piece of wood that's going to come down from here as well. So let's grab a new wooden blocks. Let's bring in, I'm not sure if these are 2.5 or 3, but let's bring in this one. Let's spin it round, so RY 90. Let's press 3, and what I want to do is I want to slot it in there, and I want one slotted in here. So Shift D, bring it into here, RZ 90, and then I can grab them both and pull them both back. And there we go. All right, they've probably not gone back a little bit too far. So you can see that the problem I'm having here is I need to pull these forward. So I'm going to put these into place first. So that's where they need to go realistically. So then what I'll do is I'll just pull these forward. And that means then, of course, I'm probably, because I need these in front of these, going to have to pull my walls forward as well. So let's pull these walls forward like so. Let's make sure everything's still in place, which it is. And there we go. All right, now what we can do is we can reopen each of these. So if I grab this one here, so if I press 3 actually, and what I'll do is I'll just go now to shading panel, because then I can open them in there. I'll come down to this by pressing dot, 3 again, and now let's open this up. We can see it over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my wall, press the tab button, I'm going to press U, unwrap, and there we go. Let's make it a little bit smaller and put that one there. Then we'll come to the next one, and then U, unwrap, a little bit smaller, move it over so it's not in the same space as this one, and then just work your way along doing the same thing. So U, unwrap, S to make smaller, G, move it somewhere else, and then let's work our way up to these. Now these ones, because they are so small, can be all done together. So if I press tab, A to grab everything, U, unwrap, you can see now it's unwrapped them all together and everyone is different. What I'm looking for though, I just want to make sure that there's no stretching on these. It looks like there is a little bit of stretching. If I put it on material mode, you can see it looks as though they are slightly stretched. So instead of doing it the way I've just done it, I can actually come in, press U, and let's project from view, and then let's press the S button and bring them out. And now you can see they look like they're not stretched at all. Just an easier way of dealing with it in that way. All right, so now what we want to do is we want to work our way up to here. So we've got actually, we might as well only work our way up to here and then start the actual outcropping of this actual building. Start building around it, in other words. I think that'll be the best thing to do. So what I'll do is I'll actually, yeah, we'll do that first. We'll just press Alt H and bring this back. This is where we want to come out to. So this is where we're actually going to build around. We've already, I think, have we got a post in there? I think actually there's a post. Let me just hide that again. Yes, we have a post in there. We can see though, if I bring this in, that it's a little bit too long. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to grab both of these sides. So this one and this one. I'm going to pull them across and put them where I actually want them. So something like that is looking pretty nice. And if you go around the other side, you can see that this is probably angled in the right way. I'm thinking that this is probably a little bit too high. I need a little, we just basically need to fit it all into place, and it's easier said than done sometimes. Now the other thing is, have I got something underneath here? So if I pull this up, I'm going to sit that then right on top of there because I actually want some planks of wood to come and support this. So now you can see we've got it all fitted into place. Now all we need to do is just build this part here, and then finally we can get our planks of wood on and then the roof. All right, everyone, but we'll do that on the next lesson. I'm going to come out and save my work, and I'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot, everyone. Bye-bye.